Welcome back, my friends, and what a difference a day makes. We have trees, we have wood, we have oak wood. That's right, and I didn't get it from a wandering trader either. I was on a mission for dirt. I wasn't even looking for oak. I was looking for dirt, and I was boating around the sea and going to different of these floating villages that appear so frequently in this all-desert world. And I found a blacksmith about 2 or 3 villages up in that direction. Found a nice little cozy little blacksmith, and he didn't have a whole lot. He had an iron sword, but he also had 5 oak saplings sitting in his chest. And when I saw it, at first I didn't even know what I was looking at. You know? I saw the saplings and I thought, okay, well, holy cow, these are oak saplings. This is what I've been looking for. And so I took the saplings and I made a beeline back here and planted them. Oh, can I reach this little log? That's the thing about these large oak trees. Sometimes they require a little bit of shenanigans to get all the logs, but that's okay. It's a nice problem to have. I'm not complaining. And I've been farming so much oak wood that I actually made a diamond axe. Even though I don't have any diamonds yet for anything, I found the diamonds for this axe in some blacksmith chests on my long voyages looking for dirt. And I've been looking for dirt because I need to make a watermelon farm so that I can have a good, fast, plentiful supply of emeralds. Because I've been doing a little bit of villager stuff around here. This guy still doesn't have a job. These guys right here are almost ready to be harvested again. And with all my oak logs, I went and built my little storage area. I still have a couple of chests over here, but I've cleaned out my room. And there's my kitty. I haven't come up with a name for her yet. Maybe I'll call her Cat Benatar. And here's one of my guys. You see, I just recently traded with him. All my farmers are wheat farmers because I don't have any potatoes and carrots in this world. But yeah, these guys are all going to want watermelons pretty soon, so I've got a Silk Touch. I've got a Protection 4. Okay, and Feather Falling 4. As you know, in a hardcore world, you gotta have a Feather Falling 4 guy. And this is my mending dude right here. See, mending? Not the cheapest mending I've ever gotten, but I'll take it. I'm more than happy. But anyway, the priority right now, and by the way, I still haven't found any coal down in my mine shaft. I was down there last night mining away on level 16, the iron level. Usually you can find plenty of coal on the iron level as well. And I was down there mining, and turns out that that level 16 room in my mine shaft is surrounded by caves. And at one point when I was tunneling down one mine shaft, I opened a hole in the ceiling and a skeleton fell down on my head, and he had armor on, and I had nothing. I had my pickaxe, and he took me down to 4 hearts before he finally cashed his chips in. And look, don't you love these trees? They're like extra hairy trees. Like they got leaves growing out of their feet. What kind of weird tree is this leafy? And there's another giant oak over here. Oh, and the iron golems. Sam and his buddies have been spawning here pretty regularly now that I've been breeding up the villagers and doing all that stuff. I guess that's the reason they stopped spawning here, was I just didn't have enough villagers. But now I've got quite a few villagers. And now I got iron golems, but now I don't really need the iron for the iron golems. I'm doing pretty good iron-wise. I had enough iron, I made myself an anvil, and I did some stuff with some books that I found from fishing and some bows that I found from fishing. And as you can see, I now have a very good bow. I call him Bo Jackson. If you know, you know. Power 5, Unbreaking 3, and Mending, which is a pretty good base bow to have. I also have a Fletcher here that I've trained. That's right. You get a lot of stuff done in one day. Anyway, my Fletcher, he sells me arrows. So I got plenty of arrows. Man, what a big, beautiful oak tree this is. It's almost a shame to chop it down. Can I reach that? I guess not, but I bet you if I go up a couple, I can reach it. Uh-oh, looks like evening time. I better climb down off my perch here and hit the sack. You see, I put all the villagers' beds out in the open. They'll be fine. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of tree farming. I just planted a whole bunch of trees here inside the village. And I've been letting the cats live. I'm sure some of you probably think, how could he kill all those cats for their string? Well, in real life, I would never kill a cat. Even if it did drop string. Even if it dropped Reese's candy bars. Even if it dropped peanut M&Ms. I wouldn't kill a cat in real life. However, this is a game called Minecraft, and I needed this string, and I didn't want to face the possibility of getting hurt by spiders. It's not really the spiders that I'm worried about, it's the other mobs that spawn with the spiders in the dark places. And you have to watch out for those guys when you're in hardcore mode, especially when you don't have good armor. You're walking around with iron armor. Which, let me tell you, when you're getting shot repeatedly by a skeleton at point-blank range, doesn't offer the greatest protection, as I found out yesterday evening, especially in hardcore mode. In hardcore mode, those arrows hit just a little bit harder. You see my little system I got going here? I go through the village, I chop down all the trees, I collect all the saplings, and the twigs. Now, this whole world is a single desert biome, but it has these oceans. But the oceans themselves are just completely empty. There's nothing in them. It's like a desert with water on top of it. But there's this one thing right here. This one little thing of kelp. And I figured I might want to have kelp at some point. For a mob farm or a bubble vader or something. So I bought a piece of kelp from the wandering trader. He didn't have any saplings, but he had some kelp. One piece of kelp for 3 emeralds. Seems like a little bit of a ripoff. Looks like I've got a couple floaters I still need to get around here. That often happens with these large trees. You don't get all the guys. Let's find this log up here. Come on. Are you just spawning now? Yeah, you're just spawning now. That was it. It's like the arboreal version of Where's Waldo? Or hide and seek. Oh yeah, this one's pretty obvious, so I didn't get all of it. But it's sort of an open air, chaotic kind of little villager trading hall I got going here. It's not even a trading hall. Maybe it's a flea market. Maybe we could go so far as to call it a flea market. Maybe. Is that it? You gonna despawn? Yeah, it looks like it's slowly disintegrating. But yeah, I'm just slowly training up my villagers in the way they should go. But I'm going to go ahead and get this this batch of trees farmed up, and then I'm going to go down into the diamond mines, because what I really need is diamond armor. I now have protection 4, but I can put on some diamond armor. And I realized I need to get some diamond armor pretty quickly, because my Y level 16 level of my mine, I can barely do anything in that level without coming out into a cave. So I thought, well, it's time for me to just go down into that cave and light it up and do some caving. But it's hardcore mode, so I'm not going to do that without the proper armor, because I do like this world and I don't want to lose it stupidly. Now also, I want to be able to say that I beat Minecraft and the desert hardcore world. I want to be able to say some stuff. I can already say I beat Minecraft in hardcore. We got the video proof of that. Anyway, he doesn't believe me that I did it. Not like it's really that difficult. I need to finish cleaning up some of these remnants from the village's past life. But anyway, I feel like I actually belong in this world now, because I have my little storage system. And everything is in its place, and everything goes where it needs to go. And I also want to build a sugarcane farm, because some of my librarians are going to want to trade for paper, and that'll be very profitable for me. Also, I want to build a melon farm, but I think I'm going to build a melon farm over here and level out of the space for it over here, because I had a little miniature melon farm over here, remember? And so I've got a lot of melons, seeds, and stuff to get started with, but I had to remove it, because these villagers, one of their favorite things to do is just go up and stand on watermelons and then walk off them and trample the little sprouts on the other side. And so it wasn't long before my 14 melons were reduced down to a 5 melon crop. So let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away here. Accumulating a lot of stuff. And it's kind of nice having oak trees too. Oak may not be the most beautiful of woods, but it's a bonus wood because it comes with apples. And you never know when apples might come in handy. I've got a pretty good source of food right now. Oh, look here. On the other side of my mine shaft, I've begun excavating sandstone for my future mob farm, because I want to make my future mob farm out of chiseled sandstone. That's right. And I've got a design in mind for something a little bit different. You see, here's my Y16 level. And beyond that little block there and that little block there, oh, I'll just go ahead and show you. See? The cave over there. It's a cave opening. Yep, Enderman, you can just stay over there. And down there, there's another cave. And there's another cave. And over here on this side, there's another cave. This stops right here. This wall stops where the cave opens up. And so I decided, you know, I really need to go ahead and get me some diamond armor. Because iron armor just does not do in hardcore mode when you're fighting off large groups of mobs. Another thing I need to do is I need to build a shield. I keep forgetting to do that. I now have the wood. I can build a shield. A shield is very helpful. And believe me, I'll be making a shield before I go and lighting that cave up. But for now, I need diamond armor. Now, I already drilled one long path down there and found absolutely nothing. It's a little surprising. I haven't found any diamonds down here yet. I have all the diamonds that I found have been in the chests of either desert temples or blacksmiths. So, maybe we'll go out in this direction on this one. Off in this side. Yes, we knew that pick was on the very last legs. And it gets a little dark down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the enhance button right now. And you can see the difference. There's an enhance feature on my video editor. Hopefully things will look a little bit brighter down here so you can watch it. Now, the big question is do you want to listen to me yap about a bunch of nonsense, or... Because really, the only news that I've been listening to today has not been good. However, we do have some kind of slightly entertaining news, which is the fact that I live in San Antonio, Texas. There, I said it. I admitted it. I'm a San Antonian. But, it's that special time of year when Fiesta happens. Don't ask me. I went to Fiesta when I was, I think 17 or 18 with my friends because there was some kind of a rock show on one of the stages. And it was just an unbelievably terrible experience because you had to wait in super long lines if you wanted to get a beer. And yeah, I know, I was underaged, but, you know, I was able to purchase beer. For some reason, people believed that I was older than I was because I had a huge mohawk. I was a lead singer of a punk rock band, and I had a huge mohawk back then. And I guess I just looked like I was 21. Because people probably thought, well, you know... Oh, by the way, these are my first diamonds I found. It's pretty cool, right? I'm just all casual about it. Yeah, diamonds, what big deal. I know a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, diamonds, I found diamonds, this is so wonderful, oh my goodness. Yeah, diamonds. Anyway, I soon found out that was not my cup of tea. Let's go ahead and block that. Because having to wait it was such a long wait to get a cup of beer that they charged like $10 a cup for. And you were constantly being pressed up against the wall of humanity. And I'm just not the hugest fan of being physically intimate with strangers. I don't know, it's just some weird thing. I've always been averse to going to like a hairstylist too. I don't like strangers running their fingers through my hair, whether they're men or women or whoever. I've had many different barbers and hair cutters over the years, but not as many as most people because I used to grow my hair out really long, and so I didn't visit the barber many times. But anyway, Fiesta is going on right now in San Antonio, and strangely enough, it's also raining constantly now. We got a cold front. It was actually cold yesterday. It was gusty and cold down here, which is pretty bizarre for this time of the year. But I thought it was also kind of funny. Now, these people paying way too much for their beers, being physically intimate with a bunch of strangers at a concert that really isn't that good. Oh, look at this. We got ourselves some lava. Of course we do, because I just put my bucket away. Let's get something going out here. Are we okay? I don't think anything's gonna spawn around here. Okay, well we have some diamonds. Some diamonds. Okay. This is good. But I'm going to need quite a few diamonds if I want to make my armor. Here, let's go ahead and put a little pathway along here. Just because when I'm running back and forth, I don't want to accidentally veer off to this side. You know? I'm sure I'm not the only person who does this. But anyway, on yesterday's video, I asked what you guys like to watch, and the only comment that I got was, of course, from the usual person who comments on my videos, who's my favorite subscriber because he's always commenting on my videos, and I love the feedback. So basically, these videos are all aimed at Butch. Hey, Butch, how's it going? Personal video for you, my friend. My brother from another mother. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pick through some of that gravel. I know how it even sets my teeth on edge. I don't like doing it, but I'm too lazy. And I don't care because these are stone pickaxes. I would never do this with a diamond pickaxe, by the way. But a stone one I'm okay with doing. I'm okay with abusing a stone pickaxe. They're a dime a dozen. You just pick them up down at the dollar store. Anyway, these poor people attending Fiesta this year, they're going to be cold and they're going to get rained on. And that's just how things are going to go for them. A real pleasant experience. I never understood why people go to some of these Fiesta events. It's way too crowded and everything is so overpriced. Like, are you going? I mean, why are you going? How is that fun? Now, I could see it being fun if you were like a pickpocket. If you're one of these pickpockets that survives off of stealing wallets out of people's back pockets, but I don't see how pickpockets can even make a living anymore, what with all the everybody using credit cards and, you know. But at a Fiesta event, you'd think that there'd be a lot of people carrying cash on them, so maybe Fiesta is just a event to keep the local pickpocket population, you know, employed. It's their big event of the year. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if I found out that the local pickpockets were lobbying the local politicians to keep Fiesta going. I think they even have they have these stupid events like the Fiesta Flambeau Parade and the what's it called, the King Feo or something, where they vote for the ugliest person, or I don't know what it is. It's all just very strange. You know, I've embraced a lot of cultural aspects of living in San Antonio, and a lot of it I really like. Like, for example, you haven't had good Mexican food unless you live in San Antonio. Now, there might be some decent places in other Texas towns, but man, it doesn't get any better than San Antonio. I know a couple little hole-in-the-wall joints here in San Antonio that I could recommend that truly, truly good Mexican food, which is one of my favorite kinds of food. I'm a big fan of Mexican food. I like it spicy, and I like it fattening. Okay, well, maybe we should just check around here and see if there's any diamonds hiding out diagonally, or I doubt it. Anyway, other than that, they're just your typical bad stuff in the news, you know, mass shootings and the daily horror show that doesn't ever seem to take a vacation. And of course, those beautiful Iranian lunatics have decided that, oh, we want a deal, oh, now we don't want a deal. Oh, now we're going to start shooting at ships in the Strait of Hormuz again. Speaking of which, I saw this really hilarious clip. It's one of the funniest things I've seen. It was, I don't know if the guy was serious or not, but there's a guy and a girl, and the guy was interviewing the girl, or he's asking her a question. And this is on a college campus, so this is one of these little brainless little chicks who got a scholarship, not because she had good grades, but because she was a girl. And because she was Mexican or a minority of some sort. She looked like she was Mexican. And they're so eager to give away college scholarships to any kind of minority or oppressed class because they're so obviously oppressed. I say sarcastically. But anyway, this guy asked her very seriously, he said, so why do you think they call it the Straits of Hormuz and not the Gays of Hormuz? And she was, and this didn't faze her one bit. She actually just looked very serious and she said, well, I think it's because even over the Middle East, gays aren't given the proper credit or respect that they deserve. The Straits of Hormuz or the Gays of Hormuz. I tell you, there are no stupider people than college students. Because they go in stupid and ignorant, and then college just fills their heads with a bunch of claptrap and propaganda and lies, so that when they crank them out, they're stupider than ever. They're the stupidest people I've ever seen are these college students that are being interviewed in all these shows and whatever, and they say the stupidest things. It's amazing. What really is a college diploma even worth anymore? Uh-oh. I better go to sleep. I got some iron golems up there protecting my guys, but I don't know. I still don't trust them to stave off every single attack. Another thing I need to do with some diamonds is build me a little enchanting table. I just haven't been all eager to build the enchanting table yet because I sort of want to build the mob farm first. Because that way I've got a very good way of getting EXP. So I can afford to actually use the enchanting table. But yeah, I gotta collect some lapis. Because at some point in the future I will be using the enchanting table for some stuff. But anyway, I really don't have that much else to yap about, so we can fast forward through some of this mining. Uh-oh, looks like we have a geode. Oh, well, what do you know? We got ourselves a geode. We have a little bud right there. I hate to destroy him, but he's kind of in my road. You got any guests down here? We got any inhabitants of the geode? No, but it's just pure luck that there isn't an inhabitant. There, that should keep them all from spawning. Huh. Well, that's very nice. Well, we can possibly come here and exploit this geode later on. But for now, it's just kind of in my road a little bit as I mine. But I'll remember where this is at. There we go. We'll put a light over there. Make sure nothing spawns. I don't think anything is going to spawn in here. Look, bedrock. Whenever I say bedrock, I always think of the Flintstones. In the town of Bedrock, they're a modern Stone Age family. Anyway, my inventory is starting to look pretty full. So I think I am going to return from whence I came. It's a pretty good haul. 18 diamonds on this trip. I'm gonna go empty out my pockets and come back and do some more diamond mining. But that's gonna be it for now. Unless you want to watch more diamond mining, who knows, maybe in the next episode I'll have some more. You never know what you're gonna see whenever you tune in to see Crunchy Frog do stuff. But anyway, I do appreciate you tuning in. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time.